right now, and we'll get some updates to it. The majority leader in Parliament, Mama Yarga, has condemned the gruesome killing of an official of the National Health Insurance Authority in the Upper East region. There's a press release from the Boko Central and majority leader, Mama Yarga, criticized the perpetrators of the dastardly act and called for swift justice to restore order in the region. He shared condolences with the family of the deceased and entreated law enforcement agencies to thoroughly investigate and apprehend the perpetrators of this dastardly act. So we'll get back to this here on Hot Edition, but the remains of the 4-year-old victim of Sunday's flooding at Nanakrom in the Adenta municipality has been buried after it was retrieved earlier today. The girl was swept away by strong currents in an attempt to move to a safer location during the rainstorm. According to a National Disaster Management Organization update, 4 persons have now lost their lives to the floods as a result of the rains on Sunday. Deputy Director General in charge of Protocol and Relief at NADMO, Samuel Abuaji, who confirmed the casualty, also disclosed that over 3,000 persons have been displaced as a result of the floods. He spoke to Helen Ampiampofo earlier today on Sunrise.
All right. So we have the operations team out there still rescuing and trying to evacuate. Still assessing the situation, and whilst doing the assessment, they are trying to register victims to give us as an organization who deserves what and who deserves what. So they are still assessing the situation and registering the victims. There's been a reported 1 person dead at Abokovi, and 3 other persons reported dead at Adenta so far. NADMO works with certain organizations, the Ghana Meteorological Agency. We had signals that we are going to experience more rains than usual. So we invited all our regional directors to get us prepared for this. And with the help of Ghana Hydrological Service, we also knew or identified areas that are flood-prone areas. So NADMO as an organization, we were ready for this. We identified areas that are likely to be flooded, and we started doing the education using our platforms, various social media platforms. In the past weeks, you realize that the Director General has been on your show and other TV and radio stations just to give the alert and educate the citizens on what is ahead of us. So NADMO has been doing our best to get the people ready, and also as an organization, get our internal, get our people ready for what is ahead of us. So in the last 48 hours, we've received a lot of calls. Out of the 16 regions, I think most of the calls came from Central Ashanti region and Greater Accra. But it's like everybody is talking about the disaster in Accra. We've tried to educate as much as we can, and NADMO as an organization, we are doing our best with our partner agencies.
Right. Now, are you able to put a number to persons who have been displaced by the rains? And can you provide an update on their current status? What is the support being provided to such persons?
Currently, we have over 3,000 residents that are displaced. When this happens, NADMO as an organization, we identify safe havens And in collaboration with our partner agents, we try to coordinate residents to these safe havens. As I told you, the operations team is out there doing assessments. So after the assessment, we'll be able to conclude on who is deserved this amount of relief items.
Okay, so once the safe havens have been identified, then you can begin to, allocate such persons to the various safe havens?
Right.
Okay. Are there ones that are currently identified, let's say safe havens that are staples, so they're always available in case of such emergencies? And how many do we have?
Mostly we use schools that are not in use, churches, town halls, those big and large areas that can accommodate a lot of people. So mostly that's what we use within the community. But I think the Director General is trying to introduce an initiative which I won't jump the gun, but I know with the appropriate time he's going to address some of these things. We are trying to introduce prefab structures that if such incidents happened, we can, within the matter of 24 hours, set up some prefab structures to affected victims. So NADMO is working with the district assemblies.
So you just heard there the Deputy Director General in charge of Protocol and Relief at NADMO, Samuel Abuaje, in that interaction with my colleague Helena Piampofo earlier today. Bright Afedor is Assemblyman for Nanakrom. Is joining us on the telephone right now. Afedor, good evening.
Good evening.
First off, just a bit more detail on an update on this 4-year-old who, as of yesterday, we had reported that she was missing. We understand her body has been retrieved and buried in accordance with Islamic tradition. Have you been in touch with the family?
Yes, please. So this morning, actually, I got again into the house to sympathize with her experience. And I was informed that the dad was also assessed for the body.
Mr. Afedor, I can hardly hear you. If you could speak up a bit for me, please.
So just when I was in the house to sympathize again with the parents. But when I got there, I realized that the dad had gone out to search for the body again. But around 9-10 there about, we had information that the body has been found just right close to the body. As you earlier said on, yes, Islamic religion permits them to bury the body immediately the person is dead. So they've done all the right, and then they've gone to bury the body at the Bina cemetery.
I see. And so what other interventions is that's the Assembly and NADMO putting in place to...
the Assembly NADMO coordinator was there, the director was there, everybody was there, the Ghana Police Service, and then other opinion leaders were all there to also ascertain and then take reports of what had happened. At the moment, NADMO, the team of NADMO are also in the area community taking records of all the victims that have been affected by the flood. And I believe that they'll be coming back to some relief items for them, because after Sunday to Monday, most people have not eaten. And everybody is also trying to clean up his or her building and the room. And that is what has been going on at the moment.
You're saying most people haven't eaten?
Yes, please.
Okay, so do you have relief, the food for them, relief items?
There are no relief items for them as we speak right now. And wherever you go to, they are asking when it's not more bringing them something to eat, when it's not more bringing them mattresses to sleep on, because everything has been actually added. The rooms, everything.
There are no relief items 48 hours after this disaster?
48 hours after this disaster, no relief items.
But for the Assembly, I know that you also have some allocations for some development like this. So for you, as you're waiting for NADMO to bring the relief items, what is the Assembly doing?
So for the first, I think the second day, which was the Monday, the MP and then the MC has been moving around, trying to gather things to back for where exactly the incident happened. We've not heard anything as of now. NADMO was in this morning to take a look and then also get back to us. But for now, we've not heard anything yet from them.
Yesterday, when we spoke to some of the residents, one of them indicated that there is a particular building being constructed in the waterway in the area. The person is filling up the land, that particular portion, which is a waterway, filling it up and constructing a building there. Are you aware of this?
So apparently, I think the first rain that fell in this year caused a little bit of flood. So we were able to, the MP and myself and other opinion leaders were able to move around the community, and we spotted that project going on. So we reported the issue to the assembly, the works, and then the engineer, and then the NADMO department, which they said will be taking a look, and then will get back to us. So we're also waiting on that report to see how best we can find solutions to that. Because apparently they have built on the, waterway, and water is something we can't prevent it from moving. When it starts, it has to pave way for itself.
Certainly, and this matter of building in the waterways is one that is always the case every year, that one of the major causes of the flooding. So as an assembly, are you going to do an expanded assessment of these buildings and waterways within the area, Nanakrom and everywhere else?
In actual fact, Nanakrom is more of like a water-logged area, a red zone. But one thing that has not been taken into consideration is the permit given to builders when they are building. That is what we need as an assembly, we need to look at and then rectify. Because most people are building along the water bank without permit. And I believe that after this incident, the assembly will look at it and then will find ways to put measures in place drastically.
I see. Are you going to demolish buildings if needed?
I believe that will be in the hands of the engineers of the assembly, and especially the region and the national, the regional minister and then the national director.
And quickly, the other bit about the indiscriminate disposal of refuse in the area as well. We visited the place. In fact, if our listeners can go on our Facebook page at 3FM927, we're showing drains that have been choked. Some drains are also so small and so cannot contain the volumes of the water. So are you aware of this? If you are aware, what have you done about it?
The municipal environmental health department is working seriously to kind of minimize the amount of rubbish that is coming to the gutters. One challenge we have is the rubbish collected. They don't usually come frequently. So most of the time we realize that when it rains, the people begin to rush and then put their waste into the gutters. And this abobo here also that comes by and other things, is like their charge is also more of, it's very high for people. So these are some things that we need to look at, getting frequent and regular rubbish company that can help in collecting all this rubbish. But we've seen the issues. Our special environmental people are working along it, and they are helping, but it's not enough. So we need a lot of resources to ensure that these things are being minimized.
Well, we'll visit your area again and to assess the situation to ensure that what you are telling us is done. Okay? Thank you very much. That's Bright Afedor. He is assemblyman for Nanakrom, joining us on. There's going to be some more details on what's happening right now. Well, let's go to some stories. The Ghana